right, Katie. How
Hi.
old are you, Katie?
24.
Here
I'll
we
be
go
25
again,
in December.
So the interview earlier, I don't know for what reason, but audio's all messed up on it. So, you're homeless?
Yes, I've been homeless for three years.
For 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
What happened that you ended up out here in the streets?
My ex-fiance, I was with my fiance at the time, and we were driving a truck broke down in Tolleson, I don't know how to pronounce it, and we called the people who was buying the truck from, because he was leasing to own it, and they were like, you know what, we don't want to sell it to you anymore, we're taking it back. And they pretty much just left us stranded out here. We were staying at the Premier Inns out there. We stayed in the Premier Inns for like 2 months straight before we got kicked out.
So where you staying at right now?
Wherever I
Camping
can,
tent?
no, the tents are illegal out here in Arizona. Like, you can do rural camping, which is rural camping is only allowed 10 days at a time. So you like pitch your tent for 10 days, and 10 days later, you just move it down a block. 10 days later, move back, and you go back and forth. It's called rural camping, and the cops can't say anything about it. But I don't have a tent. I lay wherever I can lay my head at night.
Is it dangerous just sleeping anywhere like that? What kind of dangers do you go through?
I can't tell you how many times I've woken up with somebody over me. I can't tell you how many times I've woken up and everything I own is missing. Literally everything. Like it's some of the scariest things, going to sleep and not knowing what you're gonna find whenever you wake up. And that's why I try not to sleep. But body has to have sleep to survive, so I mean, I have to go with it. I just try to make sure whoever I'm around whenever I do fall asleep, I can trust. And that's like really hard too, because you can't really trust anybody out here. People are grimy. 3 years ago, if you had asked me, I would have told you rainbows and sunshine shot out of my asshole. Because that's exactly what happened. I thought the world was a good place and that everybody had good in them. They don't.
So the streets change you?
The streets made me do a 180, a 360, whatever the fuck it is. I'm bad at math.
What's up with your family? You don't have no family out here?
I don't have family in general. When I was 18, I got pregnant, and my family disowned me pretty much. I have family that I've made out here, but actual blood family, no. No, I don't.
Why is that? Were they too strict or what?
I grew up in an extremely abusive, psycho-Christian household. And that's not something fun to grow up in, trust me.
How was it?
Whenever,
church every weekend?
No, I was too evil to go to church. And whenever you're 4 years old, getting held by your throat against the wall, a foot off the ground, until you pass out and you come to, and your stepmom asks you what it was like, and you tell her that you think you felt like you were dying. She tells you you're stupid. That's a stupid answer. Now she's never gonna ask you again. It's not the best feeling. I was 4. I don't think I deserved that. And it just got worse as I was getting older.
So you grew up with a stepmom?
Yeah,
what about your dad, biological dad?
My biological dad and my stepmom are the ones I grew up with. 1 second. Sorry. I spent good money on that. I grew up with my biological dad and my stepmom. And is that Frank? Oh no, you're not Frank. Are you Frank? Oh, okay. Sorry. If you see Frank, tell him I need him. Wait. Let me finish this. I'm coming. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
I've been looking for him for days. I'm trying to make sure he's okay.
All right.
But what was the question?
We were talking about your family and.
Oh yeah. I grew up with my stepmom and my dad, and my biological mom. I was told she died.
So you don't talk to any of them. You don't talk.
I talked to my biological mom. I talked to my biological mom. She is alive and well, except for, you know, her back being broken 7 times. She's a severe drunk, and she slipped over banisters whenever she gets drunk.
Where's she at? What state?
Texas.
Oh, in Texas?
Yeah, she's originally from Texas. Keeps getting sucked back to Texas. That's the same state I was born in.
Does she know what you're going through out here in Phoenix?
No, I won't tell her. Because I know she has no way to help me right now.
Yeah.
It's an interview.
Anyways, so do you have any siblings or anything like that?
I have 4 siblings, 2 older brothers, one of which is in prison for getting caught with 6.5 pounds of meth. I told him to be careful. I'm extremely close. I'm extremely close to him. 15 years.
15 years?
Yeah. I'm extremely close with him. He is the person who raised me. I have another older brother. I don't know where he's at. He did some shit whenever I was growing up that caused us not to be close.
Okay.
I have an older sister. Her. She got me most of my beatings growing up. And then I have a little sister. She's only 14, so she still lives with my parents, but the abuse doesn't go down to them. My stepmom abused my 2 older brothers and me. She never touched my older sister or my little sister. So,
if any of them get to see this interview, what would you like to tell them?
Randy, I love you and I miss you. Chris, hey. Amanda, I love you, but you know what you did. And Mercy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry and I miss you. And I love you and I'm trying to get better, okay?
It's Mercy, the small one?
Yeah, last time I talked to her, we were talking about me coming back home. Even though I don't want to. Like, we were talking about it. And she had told me, she confided in me and told me that, she thought the reason I left was because of her. That she had done something wrong and she was 7. What could she have done to make me leave? And to be honest, I never really realized how much it affected me. I'm sorry.
Okay. So, what are you doing to try to get out of your situation right now?
I'm trying to get an ID. And people are like, oh, go to CAS, get an ID at CAS. No. No. Last time I went to CAS, I was attacked by 3 different dudes. And if my ex-fiance hadn't been with me, some shit most likely would have happened. Because he actually fought them off. I don't go to CAS. But I'm like getting in contact with, what's it called? Community Bridges?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is. I'm trying to get in contact with them. It's really hard to get in contact with anybody without a phone. Phones are how people live nowadays, and I don't have one, so I ain't doing too much living.
All right, well, thank you for sharing your story. I really do appreciate it. Are you okay if I post this on my YouTube channel?
I would really like to. I would really like it if you did.
And just in case anybody wants to reach out to you with any sort of help or donations, do you have any contact information that you want to share?
I have an email. It's the letter C, the letter R, and then DURHAM, as in mother, 98 @gmail.com. And like, even if y'all don't like reach out like to help me or to give donations, like I'm somebody that just likes to have somebody to talk to. So like, I would appreciate it. Thank y'all.